Hello, everybody. Mark here at Gilbo Realty. Happy Saturday. Today is, I believe, June 8th. We're going to look at the Enclave today. What happened to that little experiment that's not really selling very well? I'll tell you my opinion as to why it's not. And they could have probably done better promoting this. I think this area was kind of like extra land. And maybe they're going to build more south of this. I'm not sure. From what I heard, they bought some more land south of Dabney. So we'll see. But I want to show you this because you don't really hear too much about it anymore. There was a bunch of videos on it from the villages at one time, a year ago at least. And they haven't heard anything since. Nobody's really pushing it. You talk to their agents and nobody says anything about the Enclave. Somebody walks into, their house and says, hey, I would love some space. I mean, hey, why don't you go take a look at the Enclave? Oh, gee, I can't find it because there's no sign. It's like in some obscure road in the middle of nowhere. And I think they could have done better to really market this little area. And I'll tell you what I'm seeing on my end. So as we drive down here, we're heading towards Dabney. And we'll go through their first gate. There's another gate past this leading to the exit. But as we get through this gate, and I'll show you what I mean, it's right over here. This is the Enclave turn right here as you go up this way. Okay, so if I pull up the village's map here, we're right here. Okay, go left, it's all the way up here. So these are all lots, and the lowest lot I can find is 39 grand. So $39,000 to $70,000. All the outer lots are taken, which is typical in most neighborhoods. But here they are sitting on this baby. And I think they probably could have done better if they had something right here. Can you imagine if they had a sign right here that just said Premier Homes, Premier Home Lots, the Enclave, pointing an arrow this way? How easy would that be? And they could probably get 5 times the traffic. Now, maybe they don't want that, but I'm just saying, you want to sell those lots. I mean, as a homeowner, if they're not pushing those lots and all I'm going to have is dirt hanging out in my air and hanging out around my neighborhood and in my yard and in my screens and my windows. I mean, leaving all that open sand to blow around and drive through in trucks gets annoying eventually over time. It just gets dirty. All right, but as we go down here, I'll show you this long drive. Here's a guy putting in a pool over here. Squeeze by him. But this goes all the way back here. I'll follow this tree line all the way in the back. And I'll zoom forward through some of this. You got some pretty lakes, pretty little ponds put in here. As we come around, they can let somebody by here too. Somebody's late getting back to work. Right there. It was lunchtime. Everybody's getting back to work. So as we come up here in this front gate entry. Here we go. We're coming up. And this is the first sign that this is even the Enclave. Right? How crazy is that? They could have easily made this neighborhood stand out a lot further. And you get in here, there's some beautiful homes here. Obviously, these are all pretty homes, premier homes, is my guess. And as we drive by a couple of these, I love these two here in the corner just because of their overhang driveways. You see this right here? I love the fact that the garage doors are underneath this overhang so you can park outside and still not get pummeled by the heat in your car on those black seats. But as you can see here, this whole center is all empty. And even in the back, it's empty. And what I'm saying is this stuff here just blows around, gets dirty. They have trucks by it and going through there in and out. It isn't pretty. You got these guys here paying a bunch of money to put their premier home in, and across the street they're looking at sand. So I think they probably could have done a lot better to push this neighborhood. And as you can see, as I drive through this neighborhood, and this is not to be a jerk to the villages. I'm just saying it looks like they kind of gave up on it. And their focus has been more on Eastport, Moultrie Creek area, Shady Brook now. And it seems to be they pushed a lot of their attention down that way. Instead of pushing this. I mean, look at this. This is all... I didn't even go way in the back because it was kind of packed with trucks and some people parked back there. But, I mean, this gets dirty. It gets all over your yard, in your screens, all over your house, in your lanai. So I feel bad for these people that bought here that may be waiting for some time before these lots are sold. So my opinion is they could have done a lot better pushing this neighborhood. I know initially they started it, but now as they're over the crave, they haven't made a video on this in over a year. Now as they're over this, making all the videos, promoting it, they're done promoting it by the looks of it. Make a sign, put it at the end of the road, tell people that premier homes are up here ready to be built, empty lots. And you can get rid of this, and you can do the neighbors justice by getting rid of the dirt and the sand that's going to be all over their house and their driveways and their yards for the next, year and a half, 2 years, potentially. Get all this stuff sold. As you can see, all this is empty. So that seems to be half the battle that the village have had with this neighborhood. As you can see, they have a bunch of workers going on. They're dumping stuff all over the place. Crappers all over. If I'm your realtor, and this is my builder, let's say I represent the villages, I'm going to say, look, we need a sign. I'll go make it. I'll go make the 4x4 or 8x8 sign, put it at the end of the road. I'll put it up. And let's get people coming up here first. That really makes a difference, right? But now, let me tell you why this is probably important for them to do this, is that people, when they go talk to the village, are looking for space. These are big lots, as you can see, pretty spaced out. And people would like to be able to go buy a lot, even a premium lot, 39 to 69,000. If you're going to build a premium house, is probably where your lot's going to be anyways, unless it's on a golf course or a water view, right? And people are looking for something where it's not so crazy. This is a typical neighborhood that a lot of people come from. Let's see if I can pull it up. These neighborhoods are not your typical neighborhoods a lot of people come from. There's a ton of homes in here, even though the map doesn't look like it. Okay? But this might be intriguing to a lot of people to have some peace and quiet and privacy. So anyways, I think the villagers kind of gave up on this a little bit. Like I said, I think they had some extra land. This is probably where it was. But I think really, to be honest with them, they should be pushing to get these lots in the center sold. And to do the neighbors justice and to stop this dirt and sand. Look at it, it's all over the place. That's going to be on there for 2-3 years by how fast they're going. So that's my opinion on the Enclave. Hopefully they get those sold so that the neighbors can end the misery of dirt. So what's your opinion down below? Why do you think the Enclave hasn't sold? I know it's way out there, okay? But all these houses here on the left have sold, going left and right. I think the biggest thing is people don't even know it's there. They just drive right by it. So Mark here, Gilbo Realty. Everybody enjoy your weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.